Those dirty cheaters almost got away with it too, and when it wasn't for those meddling devs. Are they still running rampant in Marvel Strike Force, though? There's some evidence that suggests yes. We're going to talk about some of the recent developments with some of these dirty cheaters in Marvel Strike Force, plus more clues from last week's Strike Time episode. Did I miss something that I didn't cover in the update preview? We're talking about that, and it is Monday, so we got all of your questions from the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen, and if you're ready for that, find that like button and let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Hello. What is up, Valley Club? I am ValleyFlyin. I am back. I hope you had a great weekend. It is time to get to all of your questions from the mailbag. And if you want one of your questions featured on one of these videos, we do this every single week. Make sure you're a member of a Discord and you go to that mailbag channel. But before we get to all that, looks like the dirty cheaters are back. We're going to discuss that. Also, later in the video, we are talking about the clues that I might have missed from Strike Time, the latest Strike Time episode. But yeah, let's talk about these dirty cheaters first, because I thought these were gone. All right, so this was a message left last week, Wednesday. I'm not sure why it got any thumbs down here, but hey, ValleyFlyin got some evidence of a hacker, but I can't seem to find his PID. I was hoping you could expose him in one of your videos, and we are going to show his PID in just a little bit because this person may have exposed himself. It says better just submit a ticket with evidence and hope for the best. This person actually did submit this to customer servers, and the response was pretty friendly. These are some of the shots. So let's go over this. And I was surprised because this was last week, Wednesday. This was actually submitted in the Envoy chat. And I thought the evidence of this was so obvious this person would be banned. I was surprised that this morning on chat, there's more evidence of this player still playing and still doing things in the game that are very, very suspect. So let's go take a look at these war battles a little more in depth. As we can see, a Heroes for Hire, the dirty Heroes for Hire, beaten by this trash team, a punching up with this trash team. And yeah, this guy has some extra knowledge of combat that we don't, as exposed by Brother Howlett here, that I didn't know that this wouldn't be banned as long as, or this player would be playing as long as he had. This would be banned earlier. We have another Heroes for Hire battle with a punch up with some trash characters and a win. Big win there against the trash characters, and one more from Brother Master Bach with the Young Avengers with Doom against more trash characters, punching up, and the trash characters win. Looked obvious. You cannot do these kind of battles in war. Not with these teams that he's using, not punch up, not against some of the meta, but this is a customer service response. Brother Howlett actually did write into customer service, and this was a response from the customer server. Very suspect. Thank you for writing back to a player to report this player during his war participation. Brian here stepping in to provide clarification. Now, if that name sounds familiar, you may recognize Brian, who is probably the new guy in Marvel Strike Force. Not Decimal Point Jeff this year. It is customer service Brian. Last week, his message read this. Thank you for writing back to shares more sentiments about the pop-up offers. Brian stepping in here. I'm sorry you have to feel this way. And yes, this person said, fix your fingers, don't hop on the habits. We already noticed some players have the habit of expecting and waiting for the pop-up offer to happen and then waiting after that. Keep your fingers away from that page and then you click on a game. So that's what Brian's solution was. I know a lot of you guys have asked about that in a mailbag. So let's see what his solution to these cheats that have appearing in Alliance War. So I appreciate you for providing these screenshots of battle history. Please know that we are consistently testing battles on our end. We can assure you that there are no issues with the battles involving this player. Are you serious, Scopely? Brian, come on. Do you even play the game? Seriously. Look at these battles here. Heroes for Hire beaten by a non-meta team in war? That is not possible. Punching up with another non-meta team in war. Punching up. Strife is not even a war offense character. Beating. Yes. Brian, you need to get your stuff together because these are not legitimate battles. My goodness. Based on the team he used, we already know the combat prowess used by this player, and he is aware which teams would best counter another team. Yeah, he's so aware that none of the community are aware of these other counters so easily. Countering Heroes for Hire, I didn't know you could use Korath, Yellow Jacket, Namor, Star-Lord, and Crystal to punch up and you would win. Same thing with using Magneto, Rocket, Strife, Thor, and Winter Soldier. Some weird synergy that I didn't know about. So yes, he's just so much better than us. Take note that there are battles where difference between opposing team power can go at least twice the other team. Yeah, that was in year 1 when we had non-synergized teams. Now with synergized teams, it doesn't really go like this. It seems like Brian doesn't play this game and is reading from some standard customer service thing that they threw out back in year 1, because as we know, if we play this game, it does not work like that. These battles, the difference between opposing powers can go at least twice, yet the team with a lower power can still dominate the battle. Yeah, not against Heroes for Hire and War. This is all just a matter of finding out which team would counter best another team. Keep in mind that there are no battles where team power will be the only deciding factor. Yeah, but the kit of Heroes for Hire, come on now. This person did not even look at this. With that said, there are no issues with this player. There are no issues with this player. Wait till you see what the next thing is that this player actually said to customer servers. This is some richness here. With that said, no issues with this player. This kind of performance is not possible for players who have mastered the combat. Keep in mind that, yeah, there's not the only thing. So, yeah. Brian is right on it. Yes, Brian knows exactly how to play this game. Let's look at some other customer service messages here. We appreciate your patience. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know. Yes, because Brian is such a huge help. So anytime you write into customer service, you got to cross your fingers and hope you do not get Brian, because Brian knows exactly nothing what's going on with Marvel Strike Force. Let's take a look at Master Bach's communication with another customer service representative. And if we look at the conclusion of this, we'll say it does see hi, Master Bach, who in this screenshot is the person cheating. It gets better though. There's more evidence of this person here. But let's take a look at this screenshot here. Needed to write you express myself. It seems you cannot take into account our remarks and have the option and ask the opinion of the oldest players. I've been on Marvel Strike Force for 2.5 years, and I have never cheated until the Pestilence event, which means that he is cheated during his Pestilence event, admitted that he cheated during his Pestilence event. Until now, I always believed that you were doing what was necessary concerning the players and cheaters, so I didn't imagine for a second that there could be cheaters among the real players, except that Master Bach, you are a cheater, in short for me. Yes, it's fun to spend a lot of money. Let's reiterate. It's impossible to enjoy a game as a competitor when you know there's still thousands of people who cheat. So, Master Bach, the solution to dealing with cheaters is to become one yourself, becoming part of the problem instead of becoming a solution. I was forced to play as an equal by cheating to stay competitive because the competition was full of cheaters in the end. You know what? So was I. There was a bunch of cheaters that I was competing with. I didn't cheat. And most of the players in this game did not cheat as well. So, yeah, screw this. Screw the cheating. I would never imagine that, thinking that you have done what's unnecessary to prevent cheating. So yeah, I cheated. Give me my rewards. Don't zero my score out to 0. It gets even better. Let's go in the game right now, ladies and gentlemen. Master Bach is still in the game. Atop the time runs of Dark Dimension 4. Look at this. Master Bach right here. He is still in the game. He's still playing. Not banned. Scopely. This is his player ID. Howlett, this is his player ID, and yes, he is still on top of the leaderboards. 58 minutes. Admitted that he was cheating. Scopely, do your freaking job. My goodness, how embarrassing is this? All right, but let's move on. Let's move on. Come on, Master Bach needs to go from this game. He has admitted that he's cheating. And there's evidence that he's cheating, and now he's just throwing this in our faces, in the face of Scopely. He said, come on, catch me if you dare. All right, so let's see. Hopefully by the time that this video goes up, you don't see Master Bach on the top of the Dark Dimension 4 leaderboards now. But yeah, it is here right now as of me recording this, but let's move on. We have mailbag questions from you, the Valley Club, to get to. All right. First question. Actually, let's scroll up a little bit. Here is the first question. Does this mean Predator will come to the game? Well, what is this person talking about? Well, we go and take a look at this. It says, the Predator officially joins the Marvel Universe 6 days ago. So if Predator is now in the Marvel Universe, they're bringing him to the Marvel Comics. Does this mean that he's going to come into Marvel Strike Force? I think we'd have to see him in the MCU, or we'd have to see him in Marvel, actual Marvel Comics before he comes to Marvel Strike Force. I think there's a lot of characters that I'd like to have come to Marvel Strike Force for the Predator. While the Predator would be cool, I want some other characters before the Predator. But yeah, it's open now. If he's in the Marvel Comics, it's open. That means anytime he could come into the game. So if they want to surprise us with more characters like Swarm or Dr. Voodoo, well, they could also surprise us with cool characters like Predator. Yeah. And maybe if the Alien goes to the Marvel Comics, maybe Predator, they'll bring both of them. But I don't think that'll be canon. Anyway, it's like G.I. Joe had a Marvel comic, Star Wars had a Marvel comic, so technically they're Marvel in the Marvel Comics. But yeah, the honest answer, I think they're just gonna have another comic. I don't think he's gonna be the part of the MCU or this game, but it's possible. It's possible, right? All right. I'm curious why the apology. I'm not sure why this message was deleted. But yeah. Anyway, salutations, brother. Do you think the devs plan to introduce the rest of the Eternals team? I could only imagine how the meta would be seen as Icarus and Cersei alone versus many 2v2 many teams. With the power creep becoming more and more prominent, this team is probably on the back burner for new character releases. However, it would be great to round out a team with such a support as Ajax. Also, when are we getting a new sales pitch video? You know what? Actually, the pitch meeting video was supposed to be done last week. Brother Nature Boy got busy with some real life stuff. So maybe this week. I know it's going to be a little late. The Agatha event is done. The Morgan Le Fay event is done. But maybe sometime this weekend or something. I don't know. It should be coming. But yeah. As far as Eternals, the word was they released these two Eternals. It was supposed to be a 5-person team for Cosmic Crucible. Now, that was the rumors at the time. They may have shifted a lot of things since then. But when I did that interview with the new game developer, Sean Dugan, he did say that they were not sure that the Eternals would be as dominant as they were. So they may have been delayed once they brought the Eternals, those two Eternals in the game, saw how dominant were. There were rumors that Ajax, Kingo, and I believe one more, Fastos would be coming to the game. I don't know if that's still the ones that they've chosen for this, but yeah, if the rumors that were in the past are true, we're going to get the 3 remaining Eternals, and they're going to be a strong Cosmic Crucible team. Now, we'll see what the rewards are for Cosmic Crucible. It should be coming out next week, although when the update drops, we maybe get a preview of the rewards. If these rewards are really, really necessary and or something that we really want, I think I could see them releasing the Eternals. If it's just going to be gear, I don't know if that's going to be enough incentive for us to really buy this Eternals team to be dominant in that mode if the rewards aren't good. But we will see. The rewards all the way back are that this is the Cosmic Crucible team. Can we start a Days Without Incident on the channel? MILF reward payout was a disaster. It was. And it looks like there's still some dirty cheaters from that event that got born from that event because of the rest of the cheaters. Well, it looks like those cheaters are still playing, and hopefully there's a solution for that coming very, very soon. I mean, if it's so obvious that someone is cheating using a modded APK, why are the devs so slow to ban that person? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, Valley Club. Positive vibes from Shrewsbury, England. Positive vibes right back to you, brother Carl. Hopefully you're well and can keep up the great content. I will try, my brother. Love your positive mentions, honestly, about mental health. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we all go through ups and downs, and on those ups, we got to try to not to get too crazy up, and on those down times, not get to be pulled too far down and trying to stay in the middle. I think that's what happens for me. The Agatha event reminds me of seeing an Endgame where Hulk hands out tacos. Oh yeah, feeling sorry. You're like, oh yeah, we feel sorry for you. Here's some Agatha shards. Sorry for all that blitzing. Literally, blitzing tends off to be drip fed 2 Agatha shards at a time. Hey, I remember once I did get 3 shards in that thing, so not always 2 shards, but mostly 2 shards. All right. Yeah, it was not a good event. It was not a friendly event. So hopefully there is a pitch meeting coming soon. And yeah, if you guys like that, let me know in the comments, because those take a lot of work to edit, and yeah, share those and stuff when they come out. So I keep doing this because those are fun. They just take a lot more work than normal videos. All right. Hey, Valley, love the content. And as always, is there specified when there's going to be a star requirement for Apocalypse, or do you need to have 4 horsemen unlocked? They have not said yet. They have not said if you need a 4 horsemen to be unlocked. I think a lot of the community is speculating that you need all 4 horsemen and then maybe another character or maybe a full team to unlock a full different team, and then he's going to go at the horseman. They haven't really said anything yet. I think everything that's out there right now about Apocalypse is just speculation. I don't think they've said anything official. So your guess is as good as mine on them. As far as star requirements, I'm going to guess 5, but that's just the guess. Or they continue with the trend of these scourges. Maybe it's a 3-star unlock for Apocalypse, but you would need the other horsemen or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. They haven't said anything official yet. So, you know, if they haven't said anything official, everything's subject to change. Have a theory for you. As mentioned, old team is getting Cosmic Crucible tags. All right, so there was a hint in the Strike Time episode. A new team is getting reworked, or an older team is getting reworked for Cosmic Crucible. I do know the team, so I cannot say anything. I cannot say if any of these guesses are correct or incorrect. So I'm just going to read it, and I'm going to let you guys have your own thoughts on what it is. I mentioned the old team is getting Cosmic Crucible tags, or they mentioned the old team is getting Cosmic Crucible tags. I believe the team will be Inhumans. You will notice Yo-Yo, Crystal, and Quake got health boosts. They also got the highest health increases. Leads me to believe they're going to be used for something. All right, no comment on that, right or wrong. I'm not leaving a comment, so let the speculation of Inhumans begin. We got about another day or so before we know all the answers are revealed when the update is probably dropping. We have the in-game message in there right now. Noon Pacific time tomorrow. Valley, do you have any ideas of when I can farm Echo Shards? I'm 20 away due to the horrible event. So, all right, Vinny, the good thing is, while you may want to unlock Echo, and it's good to unlock all the characters, you don't really need her for anything because she's a war defense character and she doesn't really fit a lot in the raids. Knowing Scopely, it's probably be 2 or 3 months from now, and they'll probably put her in. Actually, she's not a required card. She'll probably go into Blitz Orb just because that's this stuff. We got Silver Samurai going there tomorrow, so whenever the next rotation of the Blitz Orb character going in there, I think that's what it'll be. But yeah, I don't know. That's just a guess, and maybe you don't like that guess. That's not a very good guess as far as when it's. That's not the friendliest guess on when she's gonna be farmable. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts, Valley Club. When is she gonna become farmable and where? All right. Hey, Valley, all is well. Hope all is well. Have a theory and a question for you. First up, the question. With all the events in May, could you explain the new Blitz schedule? My understanding is the Blitz Orb is now Saturday, Sunday. Then we have a calendar Blitz extended a day, Sunday through Thursday, is a new milestone Blitz they're introducing, running for 2 days from Thursday to Saturday. The blog post says Thursday through Friday, but that seems to be leaving a day missing unless they have it run for 2 days. All right, so I thought I knew how this was working until we got 3 blitzes on Sunday. One for the Red Star Orb, one for the Premium Orb, and one for the Thing Blitz. My thoughts, or what I believe it said in the blog post, was that it's going to be a Monday through Thursday blitz, or Monday through Friday blitz, and then Friday to Saturday we're getting the character shards, and then the new Rumble blitz, and then after that is when we're getting the normal orb blitzes. Those are going to be moved to Sunday from Saturday. So if we go in the game right now and take a look and try to make sense of the new blitz schedule that they're talking about here, we got these quick Rumble blitzes that we're talking about. First up is Hydra. This is supposed to run Thursday through Friday, although Saturday may be a thing. And then we're getting the Orbicel Red Blitz. Normally runs on Sundays, moved to Saturday. And as far as the new character blitzes, or the character blitzes will be updated to 1 character theme blitz per week and extended by a day. When I initially read this, I thought it would still start on Monday and go till Thursday or Friday. We got the blitz yesterday on Sunday. It's only saying 3 days, so maybe they'll go back and extend it 4 days like it's listed here. Or maybe the new schedule doesn't start until this week. Saturday, when they're going to move the Red Star and Orb Blitz, and then the Thing Blitz was just a mistake. I don't know. It's hard to know with these blog posts and Scopely. They're not the most accurate as far as information. Sometimes we get accurate information, sometimes we don't. This one, a little confusing, especially what we got in game, because it said it's going to be extended by a day for these character blitzes, but it was not. So hopefully they figured this out at server reset and we get what is supposed to be in the game, like, at least according to this blog post. Let's continue with this. Now for the theory. All right. As you know, I'm not going to comment on this theory, but I will read it out loud. My theory, my guess. You can comment on which older team is rework, but my money is on X-Force. They mentioned in Strike Time video, it's an older team, but one folks have some investment in. A lot of folks will have geared them up to unlock Doc Ock, but even his 7-star didn't require X-Force really high. Others might have built him up for war, but they're since falling out of the meta, could use some love like a Cosmic Crucible rework. When Cerebro was asked the dev which X-Men could pair with Gambit and the partial unlimited team, his first answer was X-23, an odd first choice unless X-23 is getting a Crucible bonus or a Crucible boost. Also, there was a Cable comic behind Cerebro during the video, and he loves to hint at things through his decor. Finally, when it comes to gear, X-Force also makes sense if they want to create a gear shortage encounter to encourage spending. It's more mutant gear if you haven't already invested in X-Force right as they're a release new mutant team. Plus, they share a lot of uniques with the A-Force team, Cable, Nico for Palladium, X-23 Captain Marvel for Adamantium, Negasonic Teenage Warhead Spider-Woman for Unstable Cloth. It seems to me too many coincidences to not be X-Force. Just a theory. Looking forward to finding out on patch day. All right, no comment, yes or no, but let's move on. All right, watch your free-to-play video. Recently have some discussions about which characters count as farmable, particularly the 5 that aren't in the stores or nodes. All right, so this was something that I've been going back and forth on through many videos, and we've come to the conclusion of what we are in the store. So let's see what the comments are. First, Wolverine herself. As a newish player, I had 90 days recently. Those are the only characters that I have at 6-star. I did that by farming the achievements and farming the daily rewards. So for that reason, yes, they are farmable in a different way from other characters. All right, so I agreed with you because I do remember getting Wolverine pretty early on. Same thing with Hulk pretty early on as far as their stars, and that's the reason I consider them farmable. Next up is the 2 orbs, Shang-Chi in the Blitz orb and Dagger in the Arena orb. I would argue the Blitz orb is easier to get and actually worth the investment, so you have so many opportunities each day to try for the shards. I'm picking more Shang-Chi shards up than any other character and try to farm. Still relies a bit on RNG, but so does node farming, so I believe he does count as farmable. Now, I agree with you that he's very easy to obtain. The Blitz orb is very easy to obtain, but just to standardize the definition, I'm gonna keep the Blitz orb out. But yes, he is very easy to obtain. And what you're saying is right. You might even get him faster than some characters you're farming a node on, but just for consistency, because he's only available in that orb, and some characters are in a premium orb, some characters are in, I think, just the premium orb. You're gonna mention, we're talking about the arena orb in just a little bit, but I'm gonna keep it for the consistency. But yes, very, very easy to farm. And when Samurai goes there tomorrow, he'll be easy to farm as well. But Shang-Chi is going off of the list because he's moving out of the orbit into the store. All right, Dagger, on the other hand, is an arena orb. It is a horrible orb. I agree. It is an orb that is more expensive than the actual character shards were. On the other hand, with a Blitz orb, that orb is cheaper than the normal character shard. So a little different, but yeah, the arena orb is not a very player-friendly orb. Especially when you try opening 1 orb a day until you finally farm Dagger shards. It's probably not worth the time and effort, and I wouldn't count it as farmable. I would agree with this. The Arena Orb is not farmable at all. Neither is the Premium, though. Finally, Ghost Spider in the raid milestones. I'm not even level 70, but my alliance is hitting enough milestones to get 20 shards every 2 weeks. If anyone is higher level, I think it's around 42 shards. Yeah, so I'm getting about 42 shards per week. You can farm from raids, 2-week period, which is a decent amount, and should count as farmable. Do you agree with that assessment? I agree that yes, you could get a lot of shards, 42 shards for Doom Alliances and a little less, but consistent shards for Ghost Spider. And I guess if you look at the War Store, that's even more shards that you're getting from a War Store character. And it's same thing with Shang-Chi. I gave my assessment on that. I think it's easier to obtain Ghost Spider and Shang-Chi. I think I'm still going to keep it in that category. But yeah, you're right. Those 2 characters, very, very easy to obtain. But I'm basing it on just to standardize it. But yeah, you're right. All right. Valley, greetings from New York. Greetings back from Texas, brother. Here are my questions. Is it just me? Was the current Teal Gear Cruncher tier 16 just a carbon copy repeat of the severe orange crunch that a lot of community had to go through to tier 13, 14, and 15? Slightly different. If we look at the tier 13 uniques, we have that in a game right now with the uniques that they have to use for level. What we have for tier 16 is actually a little worse because not only do you need that unique for that left middle piece, you also need those origin pieces, which are the 16s. So that's the thing that you could find only in those Armory 16 orbs. You're not going to find it in a Teal Gear orb. You'll find it in a store in both the War and Supply store, but you're not going to find it in a Teal Gear orb, only in that Armory 16 orb. So it's a little worse than the Gear 13 crunch, but I get what you're saying. But yeah, it's not better. It's not the same. It's worse. The March 4th blog about the Scourge event at Morgan mentioned tier 19 plus to attack. Should we expect the Gear crunch to be extremely longer for what they said in a blog and given their track record? I mean, they had it up to a certain gear in the data mines, and then when those got expired or when those were met, they get more gear in there. So I think the Gear 19 is a long time down the road, and they could get Gear 20, Gear 21, and keep going after that. But I think it's gonna be a long time down the road before we get that. But that is coming at some point if the game is still around that long. On top of the Gear crunch and in turn to Gear orb crunch, I think the same can be applied to Gear or gold, training mats, ions, and again, with all the currently implemented solutions that they put out, new characters frequently, in my opinion. What are your thoughts? Yeah, with all these new characters, and especially for me personally with this Scourge event, I blasted through a lot of my resources that I had saved up for other characters just because I knew Morgan's event. I didn't know when it was coming back. I knew it was here now. I knew I could push now, and if I get that 6-star unlock, then I'll have a little bit of advantage until that event comes back. So I pushed a little bit for that. So yeah, I'm out of gear. I'm out of gold, I'm out of training mats, I'm out of all that stuff. But back when I was like budgeting a million gold and the related training materials per day, that's when I started to get a surplus. So I think if you budget your gold and your training mats, and even, well, the gear kind of sucks to get because even with the budget, you still need a lot of RNG. But with this other stuff, I think if you budget, it could be back to normal and saving the resources. I think that's honestly why they put those milestones in there, so people wouldn't just blow all their resources at once, and they have to trickle it out a little bit more. All right, greetings from Singapore. Do you think the community is overly negative on Scopely and MSF? I, for one, am excited with the game, knowing Gambit is coming. Can't wait to see him and his sick animations. I think it's both, right? I think Scopely does give us some things to be excited about, like Gambit, some of the new characters, the Scourge event, actually playing it, and then there's stuff to be upset with them about, like the Scourge event implementation and the cheaters and things like that, and these grindy events like this Agatha event. There's some things that the community does rightfully to be upset about, like the cheaters especially, but I think there's some good stuff. So I think it's a balance, and I think whatever way you want to look at it, if you're more of a positive person, more a negative person, you'll see whatever you want to see. And I think the fun factor skews that as well. If you're having a lot of fun with it, some of the negative things, you're like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. Or if you're having not a lot of fun with it, oh, that positive thing, that's not positive enough. We need even more than that. So I think it skews based on the fun that you're having. Probably missed this time in mailbags, in this mailbag video. No, you did not, brother. But the video you posted for, let's get an extra letter in the name. I commented a video when I did notice, but I didn't get a notice. Thought I'd bring it up here again. Thanks for entertaining us on multiple levels. That was done on purpose. It was meant to be funny. It was something we talked about on stream before we posted that video. So yeah, I hope it wasn't very offensive. It was just meant to be funny. Anyway, Valley, hope you're doing well. I love the model of this game. It's quite different from all my past Hero Collector game experience. The reason I'm still playing this for close to 2.5 years now as a free-to-play player, but in recent times, slowly, I'm feeling this game is taking too much of my time whenever a new event or game mode is introduced. Although many are eager for Cosmic Crucible, but as a working man, I feel like that might be the exit for me. All those things with extra screen time, which just demands more and more from us players. So this has been brought up by the envoys a lot. They've mentioned the 2-hour limit that they want on our gameplay just for the benefit of everything. And they say, you know what, if you're introducing new game modes, you have to take it away from something. So hopefully they've taken that. Hopefully they actually listen to what we've been saying for a long time and actually reduce the time in some game modes like Blitz or the Greek raids or just some grindy game modes that used to be fun that aren't really fun anymore because we're doing the same thing over and over and over again. So I don't mind new content. I just want them to remove old content. They gave us Blitz Sim, which reduced the time of Blitz They could do an all sim button. They could do a sim raid button. There's a lot of things that you could do to not decrease the rewards that we're getting in the game, but also reduce the time that we're spending in the game. So I'm looking for both of those things, and I think they can do all that. So that is it right now. Hopefully Scopely catches the Scourge cheaters, the dirty cheaters that are still running rampant in Marvel Strike Force. Hopefully it's a good event, or it's a good update with very minimal bugs. And last but not least, we got a few hints from Cerebro over on the Strike Time episode. So before we go, I want to take a look at those. First, this was posted by you in the background. Black Cat. Is that another character coming to Marvel Strike Force? She was rumored at one time. She may have been pushed back, but maybe it is another character coming. And last but not least, we have a message from Cerebro at the end of this video. I did not notice this because I didn't watch. As soon as they went to the community spotlight, I switched over. But there's one more thing that he said at the end of this video here. Let's go and listen to it right now.
Espresso needs a little sweetener. Hey, sugar.
So I didn't get this first. You guys had to explain this to me on stream this morning. If you remember, in the X-Men animated series from the 90s, Rogue would call everybody sugar. Kind of like I call everybody brother. Everybody's my brother. Everybody's sugar to Rogue. So is that a Rogue hint? Is that a Black Cat hint? Let me know your thoughts, and let me know. We got one more day till we find out who this team that's getting a rework is. Let me know your guesses before it is announced officially. I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully your questions got answered, and hopefully the dirty cheater is dealt with. Have a great rest of your day. If you enjoyed this video and help you out, hit the thumbs up button. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button so more people get to watch this video, and hit that thumbs up so you can know as soon as a new video is uploaded. I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Give me that Hulk fist bump before you go. Oh yeah, baby. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out. Have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated. Stay positive.